How's everybody doing today? This again is Byron Bradford, aka Brad. I'm pulling this up to make sure everybody can hear me well and fine. Hope you've had a great day. I'm coming on a little later than usual, but it's okay when you watch this. The message is being brought to you today by B12 Fitness Group. B12 Fitness Group, and you can order your latest fitness, nutrition, and supplies online at www.b12. That's B12 training, training dot and spell the word dot, dotfit.com. www.b12training.fit.com. And you can get your latest, like I say, supplements, protein shakes, things like that to help you stay in shape there and stay healthy. Also, veterans in crisis. If you know any veterans in crisis, 1-877-424-3838. 1-877-424-3838. Go to your local VA, touch base with a psychologist, a counselor there, and they can put you in the right direction. We'll cover two things today, but the first one's going to be, as you noticed, about the title U.S. military refers to reporters as adversaries. I'm going to read this article here, and I am okay. It says U.S. military refers to news reporters as adversaries in troops training. Uh, the Defense Department is labeling journalists reporting on sensitive military information as adversaries. In its training modules, and this is reported, of course, by Politico. In training sessions, U.S. service members are able to view videos with different scenarios that highlight the Department of Defense Department's broader policy on leaking information to the media. The language from these training sessions, which include subjects like sexual harassment, racial injustices, and oftentimes sterile and bereaved social nuances. But again, the protest groups was an adversary not because of its lack of political beliefs, but because its intentions were contrary to the success of the training mission. It narrated in the training module said, according to Politico, reporters also had contrary intentions and capabilities. They wanted to capture exercise activities and on video and report them as evening news. In this instance, the reporters are adversaries. That's not a good tone there for reporters. Um, unauthorized disclosure, unauthorized disclosures jeopardize our DoD personnel. This is coming from OPSEC, Esper from OPSEC. Esper is the and the July 20th memo for all Defense Department personnel. Esper said that Operation Security, or OPSEC, was critical to protecting our forces. Unauthorized disclosure jeopardized our DoD personnel, operation strategies, and policies that benefit our adversaries, Esper wrote in that memo. Unauthorized disclosures also distract from the mission priorities by redirecting the attention and resources of military commanders, whether whether poor OPSEC takes the form of careless cyber hygiene, loose talk among colleagues, or willful release of non public information, the result is the same: unnecessary and increased risk of harm to our fellow Americans and our mission. The military regularly conducts mandatory training sessions, complete with the test upon completion, through online modules similar to ones administered in civilian organizations. The language from these training sessions, which include subjects like sexual harassment and racial injustices, are often sometimes sterile and bereaved of social nuances. Esper later apologized for his remarks on that call. Early this week, I was quoted saying the best way to get to street violence under control was by dominating the little battle space. Esper said, adding that in retrospect, I would use different wording so as not to distract from the more important matters at hand, and allow some to suggest that we are militarizing the issue. Okay. So, bottom line, we all know people leak information. Uh, man, I think about, I guess what crosses my mind, I watched the reporters from that reported Vietnam. I watched reporters that It happened to be in Korea, World War I, World War II. They didn't have to be there, but they were there to document. And some of them probably did benefit off of it career wise. But, to me, that's the person you really want to have in the battlefield. But I think the climate has changed with you know, even though I feel like reality television people has really gravitated toward getting to people's homes. But when you really look at reality, people don't like reality because the reality is too real. They don't want to believe that that actually exists. And even reality television is well scripted. We all know. I hope you know. If you did not ruin it for you, but even reality television is scripted. When you go to war, you have a script, but so does your enemy have a script. But at the end of the day, you just hope your script is much better because that script is going to you're going to either come home or you're not going to come home, or you're going to come home in a body bag, either or, a coffin. So I thank God we have those reporters there to report what's actually going on, and people don't want to believe what's going on sometimes. But I think that's when we have people raising our hand to defend this country, and seen some article. Get back to that, but they want to about defund the military. You defund the military. Who's going to defend this country? Who's going to defend your right, your values, so you can speak out and do what you're doing in Portland? You can do what you're doing in all these other places where there's protests. Those soldiers and their family members and they great grandfathers, they all that died for this country. They put themselves on the line for little or nothing, so you can say yes or no. Because you do that in any other country, you're probably going to get your head chopped off, to be honest with you. And so you have a freedom in America, and some people, I feel like, I'm going to say take advantage of it, but these are the same ones that never served this country, unfortunately. And it's not for, you don't have to serve by joining the military. You can serve in other ways, other fashions. But don't be a thorn though. If there's an issue, find a solution and then work toward the better solution so we can make it work. We can't constantly be throwing up problem after problem after problem after problem, but you're bringing all these problems, but you're not bringing any solutions to the problem. That to me is what gets frustrating. So I think at the end of the day, you have to figure out, okay, how can I be a solution oriented person to help solve and mitigate this issue here? What can I fit? Who can I call? Who can I talk to? Who can I email? Because we all can email our congressman. We can email our senator, our governor. They'll respond. I promise you, I've written several, and they do respond. It may be a what they said, doctor response or whatever, but they'll respond because they understand that you are concerned and you a voter and you also a citizen. But we have a right and an obligation, not just to bring up the problems and defund this and defund that. That's not going to get it done. So that mentality we need to change. Okay, so you want to defund something to do what? To do what? Okay, how about let me defund your bank account and put that in mine and see how you feel. No, that doesn't sound good, does it? So I think we just need to take a deep breath, pause, face the reality of where we at, face your true demons inside of you, and face your reality. Because some of us have been hiding under the covers for so long now, we have to really face some head-on issues, and we're not doing too good. We got a spike in depression, a spike in this, a spike in that. No, I think you need to channel your energies in other areas. Once you channel your energies in other areas, I think then you'll begin to challenge yourself, and then you'll really begin to grow as a person. Maybe you grow religiously, spiritually, politically, financially. I think once those things fall into place, I think you will start looking at the world in a different light and start being a solution oriented person, not just a person to bring problems, but be solution oriented. So if you got an issue with something, that's okay, but bring that solution with you, because with that solution, then we can have a conversation. But until then, you're just going to keep picking thorn after thorn after thorn after thorn, and we're not going to move forward. But again, thank you for your time. This is Byron Bradford, aka Brad from the Bradford Files. And again, B12 Fitness Group brings you this message today. www.b12training.fit.com for your latest shakes, proteins, amino acids, anything that can be healthy and add nutrition to your diet. Also, the Anointed Veterans in Crisis, 1-877-424-3838. 1-877-424-3838. Thank you for your time. I'll keep the videos coming. Veteran-oriented issues. Let's help our vets out. Have a great day.